So, good morning, students. Today we are continuing our work with integers, and you had done some series of adding positive and negative integers. So we're going to look at the patterns that you may or may not have discovered. So, here I have two examples that I've written, and you'll notice they're very similar, except in this one the 12 is negative and the 14 is positive, and in this one the 12 is positive and the 14 is negative. So, using my Unifix cubes, if I make myself a negative 12 for the first example, and a positive 14, again, I'm using black for the positive, red for the negative. It's really just a preference, but this goes back to the fact that you say you're in the black when your finances are positive, when your money is positive, and in the red when you owe money. So it just kind of goes with financially how you're going to hear about it. And that's a lot of times when you'll hear about negative numbers. So here I have my negative 12 and my positive 14. And I know that a negative and a positive cancel one another out because it's like I owed $1 and then I paid it back. So let me just make sure I have 12 here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Oh, need one more. 12. Perfect. So when I cancel it out, I'm left with a positive 2. And you might see it written as just a 2. You might see it written as a positive 2. In fact, you might even see these in parentheses like so. Positive in front. There's all sorts of different ways it could be written, but it means the same thing. It means negative 12 plus a positive 14 makes a positive 2. Now let's see what happens when I have a positive 12 and a negative 14. Here's my positive 12. Here's my negative 14. Again, the red and the black cancel each other out because it's like I owed $1 and then I paid it back. And I'm left with negative 2. So one way that you can use, that you may have discovered, to add and subtract integers is to start with the positive numbers and subtract. So for example, here we have 14 and 12. If I subtract, because one of those is positive and the other is negative, 14 minus 12, I get 2. How do I decide if it's positive or negative 2? My positive number is greater. So that tells me whatever's left over are those positive black ones that we saw before. Conversely, I could do the same thing down here because I have a positive and a negative number. 14 minus 12 still equals 2. But when I look at my integers, the negative is a larger negative, isn't it? It's more negative, negative 14 versus 12. And that's how I would know that that is the negative. So now I'm going to give you some examples to try on whiteboards. 18 plus negative 23. Write this down on your whiteboard. Then pause the video, try it out, and see what you get. Okay, so here we have our 18. Here we have our negative 23. And when I compare, I know that it's a difference of 5, but it's a difference of negative 5. Is that what you got? Good job. So here we have another example for you to try. It's negative 15 plus 32. And you can try it two ways. You can try it with subtraction and then think about whether it'll be positive or negative based on which number is bigger. Or you can use your Unifix cubes and try it out. So give it a try, pause the video, and we'll come back here and see how it goes. For this example, I chose to use subtraction to show an example of that. So I did 32 minus 15, and I got 17. Then I looked at my two numbers, and I saw that my positive was a greater positive than my negative was a negative, so I knew it would be positive 17. So if this is what you got, excellent work. If you did not get this, then you need to watch the video again to ensure you know what you're supposed to be doing. So your job now is going to be to practice these skills on IXL. So under grade 6, choose I5 add integers using counters, or I6 add integers, and show what you've learned.